So here's my sample JCL and it includes 4 different steps and each step is doing a specific task. Now let me quickly explain the JCL. So the first two line is a job card which will provide all the information related to your shop. After that, I've included basic description about the job, and it is always a good practice that you should write some lines about the job or the step which is being used in your JCL so that anybody can understand what exactly this job is doing. Then the first step of this JCL is to take the backup of dataset with the help of iebGENER utility. And if you notice, step 01 is invoking iebGENER utility and the input dataset is provided with the help of sysut1dd statement. And the backup dataset name is provided with the help of sysut2dd statement. The sysin statement is coded as dummy because I'm not using any control parameters while copying data from the input file to the output file. In step 2, I've used iebGENER utility to print the dataset in spool. So in order to print the dataset in spool, what I've done is I've just provided sysut2dd statement with sysout equals to star. However, there is no change in other DD statements of this particular step. Step 3 of this JCL showcase how you can use iebGENER utility to copy a member of PDS from one PDS to other PDS. And finally, step 4 of this JCL showcase how you can use iebGENER utility to reformat data while copying it from source file to the destination file. So in this case again I've used sysut1 to provide the input file and sysut2 to provide the output file. And in this case I've used sysindd statement to provide additional control parameters so that it can reformat data while copying from source to destination file. Now let me quickly explain the control card. As you know that you can use iebGENER utility to arrange or convert data format as you copy the dataset. So in this case, the generate statement summarizes the specification that you provide in the record statement. And the record statement provides the specification of the fields of the output record. Now the generate statement uses two subparameters. First one is max field and the second one is max limit. So max field is used to specify the number of field parameters in a record statement. And max limit is used to specify the number of bytes of literal dataset included in the field parameter in record statement. Now before explaining the record fields, let me explain the input file. So if you look at the right hand side of your screen, this is the input file that I'll be using for step 4. So the file has 4 different columns. First one is employee ID. After that you have employee name. After that you have department code and the last column is employee salary. Now requirement is to prefix the salary of an employee with a static information that is emp space sal hyphen. And to accomplish this requirement, I've added record field statement in sysin. Now let me quickly explain the record field parameter of sysin. The record field parameter accepts 4 different subparameters. First one is length, which is the length of the field in the input record. Second one is location or literal. The location would be the starting position of the field in the input record. And in case if you want to hard code something specific or some static string, then you can use literal over there. The next one is conversion, and it is the conversion operation to be performed on the field. And the last one is out location. So this is the starting position of the field in the output record. So the value of first subparameter is 23, 1, space, 1. So it says like I would be copying first 23 byte from the input file and the starting position of the input file is 1 and the starting position of output file is 1. And I'm not using any kind of conversion, so my conversion is specified as spaces. The next set of subparameter is to include static string as per our requirement. So the subparameters are 8, which is the total length of the static string, that is emp space sal hyphen. After that you have conversion, so we are not doing any conversion, so I've specified as spaces, and after that I've specified the starting position of the output file, and that is 24. Similarly, the last set of parameter is to copy the salary column from an input file to the output file. Now let me quickly submit the job and show you the output. Now the job is submitted and we have got the job number. Let me just click on that and it's retrieving the information. So our job is completed with maxcc 0. Now let me showcase the output of this particular job. So let me close this particular window, and on the first column you have your JCL, and in next column I have my input and output file. Third column also showcase the output of the JCL, that is sysout, and the member which is being copied in step 3. Now if you notice column 3, it is actually showing the dataset which was printed in spool by step 02. Now again, column 3 showcase the PDS member which was copied to a backup PDS in step 03. Now let me showcase the output file which is generated by step 04, and in this file we have prefixed the salary of an employee with a static string, that is emp space sal hyphen followed by employee salary. So this is how you can use IEBGENER utility in JCL to create, reformat or take backups of non-VSAM sequential datasets.